Hi everyone, Claudia here from Lighting Clarity. This week's message to Spirit is what accomplishments or blessings will be coming in for you within the next 2 to 3 years. What accomplishments or blessings are coming in for you within the next 2 to 3 years. So we have Lady Kuan Yin, Archangel Michael, or Archangel Uriel, who has this message for you. All right, without further ado, for those of you who have picked Lady Kuan Yin, let's bring her forward. Thank you. So she's making me feel that for some of you, it's not all of you, but for some of you, there will be some sort of career change. So whether this is to do with some people are retiring, that's a career as well, being retired, but I'm actually feeling some sort of career change. So I feel as though she shows me some sort of a course that some of you are going to do. It's actually going to shift the type of work you currently do now and head you in a slightly different or more or completely different direction. I'm seeing some of you moving into more of the health field, the spiritual health field. So this, when I say that, I mean naturopath, homeopath, or kinesiologist, or whatever this is. But I'm also seeing career changes to do with professions as well. So it's as you have done the courses, she says, there's an accomplishment that comes in that sends you in those different directions to do with how you earn your money, to do with work. She's also showing me the opportunity to work overseas for some of you. And I'm also seeing some of you choosing to go overseas for an extended period of time. She's also showing that coming in. She's also making me feel, she says, though you don't see things happening around you right now, she says, though you cannot see beyond where you are, she says, there is more that will be coming in for you and there will be changes within the next 3 years. She says you will have one choice to make, and she takes me about into 18 months time to 2 years time. There'll be one choice that you will be making, and it's a substantial one, and you will be making a decision as to where it is you go and what it is that you do. She said, listen to this reading today. Listen to this reading for when this does come through. But she says there'll be one choice that you'll be making, and it's quite a substantial choice as well. Okay. Now, in closing, she's also making me feel some of you will be moving into a new love interest, and in fact, you'll be living with them in the time to come. In the time to come, she's also making me feel that too. For those of you in that boat that are looking for someone, or who isn't necessarily looking for someone, but someone will come in. So she's making me feel those possibilities are there, those potentials are there, depending what it is that you choose. She also shows me there's going to be a shift in you. That shift that you're going to move into will be a more grounded you, a more happier you, but on a very, very quiet level within yourselves. So it's like you're coming to your confidence, but you're quiet inner confidence, and you don't feel the need to even have that many people around you, as well as what she shows me. You don't feel the need to explain yourselves at all to anybody. And if you want to stay in my life, you can stay. If you don't like it, you can move on. So you're stepping into more and more of who it is that you are. So I'm seeing the higher selves coming in to join you, especially the soul self and the spirit self coming in. And that's what's going to absolutely push you forward along your paths. She says, there are new opportunities that will be presented to you, and it's beyond the time period we have just spoken. She says you go all the way down your lives. There's going to be many opportunities that will come in, she says, and they will be good ones, and they will be the ability of choice. There's going to be some happy surprises coming in, something that you didn't think you would do, that you will be offered the opportunity, or you will come up and go, you know what, I'm going to go and do this, and that's that. She says, don't discount anything. It is about having an abundant life. And that means that abundance is in many different areas of your life. She says, choose to bring something new into each area of your life. Look at the areas of your life where you are feeling things are stagnant, and choose to bring something new within those areas. Choose to do something different. She says, when you do this, it's going to unlock what has been blocked in those areas. And it's going to allow more abundance in, because there is more flow, more movement. All right, I'm going to thank Lady Kuan Yin for coming in. Okay. And for those of you who picked Archangel Michael, let's see what blessings and accomplishments will be coming in for you. Thank you. So they're taking these blessings and accomplishments in a very broad capacity. He's actually showing me you're going to be standing up to someone. There's something that you have to say, and you're going to be saying it. And as a result of you saying it, it frees you up. It's like there's been a plug, and that plug gets pulled out once you've spoken your truth. And there's going to be a big sense of relief. It's actually going to change the dial within your life, because you have stepped up and learnt a very, very valuable life lesson that needed to come in. So I'm feeling as though, so this is within the next 2 to 3 years, there will be you saying something. I also want to say a little bit closer for others of you, where you will be speaking your truth, and that plug gets pulled out. And as a result, you step up more within your lives. You're standing there a lot stronger, and you'll be a lot more, how do I say this, more direct with people, and more direct with where your life is headed. And you won't care so much what they think or what anyone thinks. There's no stopping you, is what I get, is what is making me feel. Okay, we'll keep going. Others of you are actually going to be able to hear spirit quite clearly in your lives. Your connection to your team is actually going to get louder. Some of you who you're going to find your intuition's quite loud, but you're going to find other abilities coming in to do with being able to hear spiritually, being able to hear your team. So we're talking a bit more psychic, a bit more clairvoyant, all of that coming in more heightened. And it's like it's contracted to open later on in life rather than right now. But for some of you, it's opening up right now as well, he says. But this is also coming in. And to you, it will feel like a blessing. And it'll be especially Archangel Michael that you'll be able to hear and feel more and more of. And that is how it will start off. Not for all of you, but for most of you who are in that boat, is what is making me feel. Others of you may shut that off. He's also showing me, and that's okay. But interesting. Okay. He shows me also marriages for some. Wow, similar to the first one, similar to Lady Kuan Yin's group, but marriages for some coming in. There's also showing me there's going to be an upliftment financially for some of you, or for a lot of you. I'm feeling, I'm being shown a new car coming in for some people, and I'm also being shown a change of residency, people building or people moving into new homes. Okay, I'm also being shown buying a new home for some who haven't or have been looking to do that. I'm also seeing that coming in. So there is that change in residency. I'm seeing like a bright, shiny red car, but whatever color car it is, I'm feeling some of you have some new vehicles as well. In closing, he shows me a very grounded you beginning to emerge. And he shows me from that grounded you, regardless of what goes on outside of you, you will respond from a more practical, grounded perspective, and you won't be knocked off your perch in perhaps the way you are now. He says you won't be that then. He says this is within the next 3 years, this growth comes in. He says trust the roads ahead of you. There are some higher roads that are coming in to meet you. There are some important life lessons on those higher roads. There will be those blessings, he says, but with those blessings comes a life lesson. And he says, and this is going to, what's this going to do, Michael? Let's see, hang on. Which will catapult you forward, he says, in a way in which you have waited for a long time. There is something that you've overcome, and there'll be that joy within you that you've overcome it. So there's been a long cycle that you have been moving through. For some of you, if not for all of you, there's been a new cycle or a cycle that hasn't gone. There's been a difficult cycle, but you will have overcome that. And there's the blessing, he says, that comes in with that. Because I'm feeling more of a sense of freedom, is what he shows me with that. Beautiful. A sense of wonderful life too. A sense of feeling invincible. What can I do next? Where am I going to go? I'm going to reward myself more. And that's what he's making me feel. I could keep channeling all day, but I'm going to thank him for coming in. Okay. And for those of you who chose Archangel Uriel, let's bring Uriel in. The Uriel's making me feel some of you for a long time have felt unhappy, quietly unhappy. He's also making me feel either someone's going to move out of your life that's caused the pain, or there's going to be an understanding between you. And it's like they back down on something that you've been saying. It's like they back down or they step back or they move out of your life. There is going to be some sort of final closure to whatever this is to do with as well. You're each different with how you're feeling in terms of why you would be upset, but that's just something he brings in. So he shows me there's going to be some of you climbing, excuse me, being promoted at work. He's also showing me that. He's also making me feel that there'll be a new baby in the family as well for some of you. If it is not yourself, it will be a loved one or somebody close to you. He's also showing me once again as well people building. There's like a design. I'm seeing an architect being consulted. Either there's an extension coming in through your home that you've decided on, or an extension of some sort, or you're building somewhere. There is something there as well, similar to the other two. Interesting. Okay, so he's also showing me a different type of happiness for a loved one. I want to say adult children, to be honest. There'll be something that an adult child will reveal to you, and you'll be like, I'm so pleased you're doing that. And it's not necessarily that they're having a child. No, this is a different type of thing. And with that comes your sense of joy in seeing their achievement. There is some sort of achievement with that loved one that will come in that will bring that sense of joy to you as well. So it shows me those of you who are already in the business of being healers and readers, that your businesses are going to widen, that your businesses are going to heighten. I'm also seeing some of you choosing to rent out, whether you're a reader, a healer, or a masseuse, or whatever you are. I'm seeing, or whatever you do. I'm seeing. I'm seeing the healers as well, particularly, but he shows me some of you are going to choose to rent out a small space somewhere because your business is expanding or it has expanded. I'm also feeling that you will consult perhaps some sort of business advisor to assist you here as well. I'm seeing that coming in, and I'm seeing growth coming in, word of mouth, that's going to expand your business. Now, in closing, he says, I just want you to keep moving forwards. He says, keep your eye on the destination that you want to head in. Keep your eye on the goal or goals that you have. He says, the energy of manifestation will be speeding up for many of you within the next 2 to 3 years. And there is going to be a shift in perspective and focus within you as well. He makes me feel there'll be a lightning above the crown where things have felt heavy of late on the head and on the crown and on the shoulders of responsibility or upset or whatever this is. He says that's going to lighten within the next 2 to 3 years, where you will feel quite light on your feet and being able to have that ability of going in a different direction, having the ability of choice. And he shows me like what's been over the eyes comes off, and you're able to see life through a heightened perspective with more enchantment. With that, he says, comes the blessing of placing yourselves in a different direction, bringing in what is that you want for you, even being in excitement of, you know, what am I going to choose? What's the possibilities here that I have in front of me that I can choose? Because some of you, he says, have been quite bogged down, your shoulders have been down, and some of you have been sitting down for too long. He says you will be standing and you'll be dusting yourselves off and you will be moving forwards, because it will be your sheer determination and decision to do so that will bring what is that you want in your manifestations. He says you are in the building stages. Continue to build, continue to plan, continue to build. Do your research. He says it's when you do your research, it's when you do your planning that you start to spin the wheel of manifestation for whatever it is you want. He says whether this is to build, to buy, to go on a holiday, to change careers, start doing your research now. Start inquiring. He says it is your ability to manifest. The way in which you manifest is that you start putting the wheels in motion, start building those steps towards what is that you want. He says, do not hold back, regardless of what age group you are in. I'm going to thank Uriel for coming in. All right. Well, many blessings. You'll have to let me know how, if you choose to, in the comments, how today went for you. What is it you took away from that? Happy weekend. I'm going to try and channel more next week for you all. I'm just always flat chat with clients and with my work, but I'm going to try and be a little bit more present online. I keep saying that, but I will do that. And I do have your questions that each of you put down in your comments a few weeks ago. I will go through them and I'll probably just adjust them to being a little bit more for everybody. And some of them I'm actually going to do on a Wednesday as a talk rather than on a Friday. So just look out for that. Thanks so much for the comments as well, for giving me ideas. I do appreciate it. Happy weekend. I'll see you all again next week. Thanks, everyone.